On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
I see older white men doing this a lot. I see them taking women who people wouldn't consider to be respectable. I mean, I think about like Eve, like how she married a rich, billionaire white guy, and all of a sudden she's on yachts hanging out with white older women, and she changed her completely from who she used to be. But my question is, for those men who are doing that with women, is there something about that original nature of that woman that is really intriguing to that man, and that he's holding on the back end, like in the bedroom, or but just between the two of them, that he kind of likes? I feel like it's possible. Like, okay, we turn the hoe into a housewife, but we really like the hoe side when it's just me and you at home and we in the bedroom. The difference is with women trying to change a man into something different. The women aren't at home like, oh yeah, show me that bum side. Like, they're not trying to hold on to the part of the man they want to change. I think that might be happening when a man changes the woman, though, possibly.
All right, you guys, if you are just tuning in, welcome to Lapeef, Let's Talk. Make sure you guys take the opportunity right now to like this video, right now. Also, subscribe while you at it. It's the greatest show on earth, no cap. Moving on to our next topic, which is, are you attracting projects? I see you got the Birdman hands. I see. Are you attracting projects? Changing too much too fast. The problem is you thought you were going to build this person up and they was never qualified. So when a real person enters, you're too damaged and you're repeating the same cycle over and over and over again. Are you attracting projects? Attracting projects can be very draining because you're spending so much energy trying to correct behavior that's been going on for so long. The problem may not be them. The problem may be you. So the question that I'm posing to the panel again is, are you attracting projects? Start with you, Kay.
No, I'd like to get to know people before I date them. Like back when I was single, I'm gonna keep saying that. I feel like you need to understand that a person is who they are, and you should not get into any relationship with someone with the intentions of changing them into something else just because they may have some qualities that you like. So, they may be nice and funny, but then they're not, this or that. You shouldn't be trying to change anyone because it's only going to result in problems, in my opinion. So, no.
Okay, I'm not asking. I know you made it personal, but just in general, do you feel like a lot of people are attracting projects?
I feel like a lot of people do look at people and pick the qualities that they like and hope that they can change the ones that they don't. I think that women do this a lot. They try to look past certain things and say, oh, at this point, maybe this will change, or maybe if I do this, then this will change, or maybe if we're just together long enough, these things will change. But yeah, I definitely think people do that because they are unwilling to just let go of a person who they may feel some initial attraction or chemistry with. So they just hope for the best and try to change things. And I don't think it really works out well.
Okay. Courtney, you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. Are you attracting projects? Let's talk.
Okay. Yeah. I think a lot of us are attracting projects. I think with women and wanting a particular type of man, but unfortunately we're not able to get them. And so we'll date someone to try to make them. That's why earlier when we said if someone makes minimum wage, I'm pretty sure you're going to be trying to make him or push him to do more and to get more, even though he might be uncomfortable and not wanting to do it. A woman is always going to be pushing, and that's when the nagging comes in. It's because I'm trying to create you to be something that unfortunately I'm not able to get. So should we, not necessarily. I definitely don't want to attract someone that I'm trying to create them to be. I'm not trying to create anything. I want you to be who you are. And what I'm attracted, I want you to be a leader. I want you to be a go-getter, but you should be already at that stance. I shouldn't be attracting nor trying to be with potential, especially if you're wanting
Does
to
that
make.
change, Courtney, depending on how old you were?
Absolutely. I think so. If you're dating someone in their 20s, obviously a man in their 20s is not going to be at a level as someone 40. But if you see them on the level, you see them in school, not going out partying because they're trying to get their engineer degree. And then you align with that because you can see the potential because they're already exhibiting the behavior that's going to make them successful. So 20s, yes. Once you hit 30s, especially close to 40, no, I need you there. But there meaning, I can't be probably dating someone in their 20s. I'll be having to date someone that's older. I need you stable. I need you to be a provider because I'm trying to show you that I'm a wife.
I hear you, Courtney. Courtney been reading chapter 11, page 275, 275 of my new manuscript. I see you, Courtney.
I've been highlighting.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah, men moving in hurt, feeling like they have to be in a relationship. They got women that fell in love with the hand instead of the heart. They fell in love with the man because he was resourceful. Are you attracting projects?
I don't think we see this with men. Like, I don't think we see men like men. Listen, men for the most part it's two ways they entertain these relationships. Either she on my program and we rocking and rolling, and you got those men that will walk away, and then you got those men who grow bitter and resentful and they stay in the relationship and they stay quiet, right? I don't see men attracting projects in the sense of they're working to build women up. Now, women, because
You
they're
don't see that?
I mean, with the observable eye, no.
Hold on. Hold that thought real quick. Danielle, just real quick. Do you see men today trying to build women up?
No.
No?
No, I don't really see it that way, to be honest. I don't really think men expect women to change over time. That's just my opinion. I think men just kind of expect women to be that kind of way, however they are. They don't really expect women to change that much, other than, I mean, obviously evolving into different roles like motherhood, but
So you never seen a simp trying to build a woman up? Never.
I don't really think a simp is trying to build a woman up. I think a simp is trying to maintain a woman how she is,
Okay.
keep her happy and complacent.
Has anybody on
What?
the panel seen a man trying to build a woman up?
Well, let me ask you, Jay, you mean building up as far as like confidence?
I mean, just anything. I mean, feel like they meet a woman, they liking her, and they are obviously doing better than her. And so they, trying to build a credit up, trying to make sure,
Okay.
just building her up, pouring into her.
I think that investment comes when like when a man is seriously dating a woman. I see him making that investment. I don't see men who are casually dating taking on women as projects. Whereas adversely, you will see women, and it's their nature. They take on a man and they think they can, they do the whole Beyonce, let me upgrade you, right? So they think they can add value to them, and that's their natural default to try and nurture and build and all those different things. I just don't see it with men. I do see it with women though.
I can see it as far as with the simp behavior. So are there men out there that's paying for women's stuff, their bills, mortgage, rent, trying to build her up to show so she can see that, that he should be her man? Yes. Or is there men that go on OnlyFans or IG models and be like, I'll take care of everything if you give me a chance? Yes. I saw something online today, which was amazing. This lady was like, yeah, she was dating this man, bought her a Benz, was paying everything. They broke up. He's still doing it. And she got a new guy that's living in the house that the man is still paying for. So now they do it. And she said, yeah, he's doing it so I can stack up my money.
Yeah, but the man that's doing that is trying to keep you financially bound to him. So it's like what Danielle was saying. The simp or the person that's doing that, I hate those words, but the person that's doing that, they really trying to like, this is why you need to be with me. And you ain't gonna find another dude that's gonna do you like this. That's why these rappers and celebrities and athletes are quick to just cake up. They just they buying their females, but they're not investing in them. And again, when you see, like I see dudes doing that when they're serious about the relationship. When they're serious about dating, then you begin to invest in that woman because you're molding her to fit you. You're molding her and you're looking at her with the intent of marrying her. So that's when I see dudes making that investment. But again, on the flip side of that,
I see the flip side of it. I do see men doing that, saying I'll made songs. I'll pay your rent, buy your clothes, and I'm not even with you, but you're trying to create something with me and you're using your pocket, your money, you trying to build
I
me
don't
up.
know though, Court, because I think that it might be slightly different. Like,
Mhm.
like for certain guys at a certain level, they just value their time differently. So they don't want to waste their time, and their time is currency. And they don't want to waste it by spending time trying to, do all of the stuff that normal people do. And they just understand that most situations between men and women is transactional. So they'd rather just, make it more convenient for themselves than it is. It has more to do with how they see their time. And obviously this ain't pertaining to everybody. But for a lot of guys, it has something to do with how they see their time versus the amount of money that they're going to spend, considering that most relationships or most situations is transactional. So
Yeah,
it just
I can see
depends
that,
really in a lot of situations.
but I do see men, uh, trust me, that I want you to see this in me, to give me a chance, and this is what
Oh,
I'm
that
able to do for
exists.
you.
Absolutely, it exists. But okay, so let me ask a
Would that be
question,
would you consider
Rilla.
that a project? His project is trying to get the woman
No,
to like him.
no, I don't. I
No.
wouldn't
that's
consider
just
that a
cake.
project. I wouldn't consider that a project because
It's different
we
project.
call them build a bears. Okay, well, before I even answer, I just I got a question for Rilla. Okay, so how would you identify the age old turning a hoe into a housewife? How would you characterize that as far as the context of this conversation?
Oh man, that's a good one. Dang, and we do see that, huh?
Mm.
Dang, good one, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you, bro. You.
So,
Dang,
I got another question. So,
that's
in the same
that's a
thing
good
that
one. Bro. We can see that happening. You're right, and that is a project.
same
You're
way
right.
that I asked, I think it was
Hmm.
Courtney. I asked about
Oh,
the
man,
age
no.
thing. Do you think that it changes also for men as far as the age, maybe on a reverse, or is it the same way as far as the same way that you would see it in your 20s is different, or is it the same as you see it in your 30s and 40s and so on? Do you think that is different between, from a guy's perspective?
I think it's the same. I think the older that men get, and again, we talking about. I said earlier how men, older men who are single and of means and successful, they will tend to go for that younger female. And I guess in that sense, I mean, again, bro, I'm not gonna even hold you. That's another great point. I think that there could be a case made. I think you're right because we have seen that with the observable eye, where an older man will take on a younger woman and whole time he may not even have the intent to marry her. It may be, just his plaything, and he's molding her to how he wants to be a specific plaything for her. But back to your point with the hoe into a housewife, I think that's equally good too, because we have seen those instances where men will take and again, this is with the observable eye, and I don't want to necessarily use celebrities or entertainers, but that is really where we see it in pop culture, where you take these IG models or these influence. What men will take these IG models and influencers, and I mean, you know, we see it with the Lori Harvey train, right? So now, like, she's with Michael B. Jordan, and she's had all these visible relationships where we would normally say, okay, that's 304 behavior, right? And then here's Michael B. Jordan trying to say, okay, no, this is a woman I'm going to make respectable. So I good point, man. I can't take that from you, bro. Good point.
All right, Danielle. You don't have to straighten out an adult that's been working on themselves. Are you attracting projects?
So okay, at first I was talking about how, you know, I don't usually see men doing this, but I think that might be more indicative of my age. I'm not 30 yet, and most of the men that I've encountered aren't trying to improve a woman because they're still becoming. I guess the question becomes if they should even be dating a woman if they haven't gotten to the level yet of being their fully formed self.
Danielle, can I ask you, how old are you?
I'm 29. Yeah, I'm 29.
You're there.
I'm
you was
not
like
there.
25. I'd say, damn.
I'm 29. Like, I'm 29 this year. Like, not turning 30 this year. 29 this year.
Ow.
I still got some time. But yeah, I was thinking about how this does happen with older men, but my question is, the way that they change the sorry, my son is upstairs. I'm sorry. He likes to scream.
Is that your son, or is that some kind of cat
I know.
No,
getting tortured in the background?
He's learning to express himself.
Jesus Christ!
Like that.
Yeah, in a play. Jesus Christ, bro.
Anyway, my husband's going to see him right now. Anyway, yeah. So I was thinking about, like, I see this happen a lot with older white men in particular. I think a lot of older white men
I can't like that sound.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Danielle.
Oh, no problem. So yeah, I see older white men doing this a lot. I see them taking women who people wouldn't consider to be respectable. I mean, I think about, like, Eve, like how she married a rich, you know, billionaire white guy, and all of a sudden she's on yachts hanging out with white older women, and, you know, she changed her completely from who she used to be. But my question is, for those men who are doing that with women, is there something about that original nature of that woman that is really intriguing to that man, and that he's holding on the back end, like in the bedroom, but just between the two of them, that he kind of likes? I feel like it's possible. Like, okay, we turn the hoe into a housewife, but we really like the hoe side when it's just me and you at home and we in the bedroom. The difference is with women trying to change a man into something different. The women aren't at home like, "Ooh, yeah, show me that bum side." Like, they're not trying to hold on to the part of the man they want to change. I think that might be happening when a man changes the woman, though, possibly.
Well, I'll say this because I think we do. And if you think, you know, everyone was saying with Sierra, you know, she wanted a Russell Wilson type, but secretly still fiending for a Future. So I think women, we do, you know, want to entertain and maybe a thug, thinking that we can change him and have a project and making him a little bit more professional in business. Like, so I see that also, that could be a project. Or